CP the Tool Addict. Woo! We got a great one for you today. And this one is a viewer request. Technically, it's a baller request. Brad's Workbench, as I like to call him, Babblin' Brad. I appreciate Brad's Workbench. I love his channel. Brad's a great guy. All joking aside, I just can't help but call him Babblin' Brad. And he doesn't even really babble that much. So, just to get out of the way. On the second note, if you guys haven't checked out Brad's channel, go over there to Brad's Workbench. Check him out. Tell him CP sent you. If it's your first time, let him know. That way he can tell that the old CP sent you over there. But anyways, enough about old Brad. I want to talk about thanking you. And I appreciate you guys coming back. I thank you for stopping by. Remember, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I definitely appreciate you coming by the channel and checking it out. Because today, if you're a fan of Sunex tools, we are going to give you a little bit of talk about a Sunex tool and talk about what I feel about, and this is my personal feelings, and I do get a fair amount of people that agree with me for the majority of what I'm about to say. So, without ado, let's start off and let's talk about the good and the bad, because that's the title of the day, the good and bad about Sunex tools. Now, Sunex tools has been around for well over 2 decades. If you don't know that, they have been around a long, long freaking time. I mean, I don't know the history. I didn't really look it up. Let me Google that real quick and get back to you. Alright, so, Sunex tools started off back in 1977. Before I was born, to be accurate. That is exactly 43 years now. For those of you who don't know. So, I'll give you a guess about it. So, about Sunex tools, they've been around for 40 years. They were pretty young when I was, 20 some years ago when I started wrenching, which is about half my life ago, when I started wrenching. Sunex was kind of getting bigger, and just to give you a little overview, that's kind of how tool companies go. It takes a while for them to kind of get some underneath them. So, what's Sunex tools like? They're great to a point, in my opinion. Now, Sunex has a wide variety of products, and I'm not sponsored by them, so this is all shooting from the hip. So, Sunex has never contacted me, whatnot. In fact, I've actually tried to talk to Sunex once, and I don't believe they even responded back to me because I'm just a little feller. So, anyways, they have tool storage. They have carts, if you guys know about it. Sunex does a lot of the pinup girl carts. They have shop equipment. Sunex has jacks, transmission jacks. In fact, Sunex makes some of the better transmission jacks, I believe. Wrenches, hand tools, air tools. They have a lot of air tools. I have not used many of their air tools. They have pliers. They have wrenches, torque wrenches. They have a full range of products. They have a pretty complete line. As far as what their line consists of, most of it's made in Taiwan, China, whatnot like that. India, Indonesia, I believe it is. Pakistan, which we're going to talk about that real quick. We're going to talk about the good and the bad and the ugly. We're going to talk about the bad real quick. That way I can just get you guys fired up. Everybody asked me about Sunex wrenches. And I'm going to tell you right now, these are the only set of Sunex wrenches that I have to speak of. Now, these were like $25. Sunex wrenches are dirt cheap. These things, and actually, I can feel myself catching my finger on the edges of this. It has very terrible finish. These are made in Pakistan, I believe. Something like that. I don't know. The set number is a 909. It's a stubby 11-piece 9930 stubby wrench set. I'm not a huge fan of these. They do get the job done, and that's kind of basically what I ended up with. I will probably end up getting rid of them, but for what I needed them for when I first started, or when I first got them, which was about a year ago, I needed a set of stubby wrenches just for a quick job, and I really didn't have time to mess around. But the fit and finish of these, I mean, obviously you can see, let's get a little close up to them. They are not exactly what you would call top-notch. And I know a lot of people try to overlook that, but when it comes to using a wrench to me, or a tool to me, I really want a little bit better quality than just it's okay. It's good enough to get me by. This might work for a DIYer who uses it every once in a while, but I'll tell you, once again, guys, the difference between a guy that uses them every day and a guy that doesn't use them every day is the guy that doesn't use them every day isn't going to notice the quality differences right away. It's going to take a lot longer for him to notice that. It might get him by on the job, but I'm telling you what, if you put a good wrench in a guy's hand, they're going to notice every time how much nicer it is to use. So my feelings about Sunex wrenches are that they are, well, they are what they are. That's all there is to it. I don't hate them and I don't love them. That's the best way for me to put it to you. But what I do, however, appreciate, and I do get along with very well, is the Sunex sockets. The impact sockets, these are legitimately roughly 20 years old. I've not had any problems with them. This is a 3/8 set, and this is the set that I use the most. Now, I think this is probably my most used socket, maybe. I don't have the shallows. This was a weird set to buy when I bought it. I'll be honest with you. It came with the 3/8, the 1/2 inch. It was a 3/8 and a 1/2 inch deep set, and I've had these forever. And I don't use the 1/2 inch deeps, only the bigger sizes, because I use the 3/8 a lot. Once again, on the automotive side, here's the 22 on the 1/2 inch side. Once again, almost 20-year-old socket. The air tools I hear are decent. Their carts are really nice. Other than that, I really can't commit to a whole lot of positive feedback. I do have a swivel. I thought I had a 3/8 swivel. This swivel's held up good for me for the Sunex swivel. That came in the kit. And I will tell you that a lot of people say that the Matco ADV brand of sockets, which that's what I have here. And if you noticed, these sockets, which a lot of your 1/4 inches are going to be collared. Swivel sockets without collars are my go-to. I honestly don't mind these 1/4 inch. They don't seem to be a problem. But when it comes to having a socket, I want it to be a swivel socket. I want it to be like this. So what would I recommend buying? And what do I think about Sunex as far as what? I think the Sunex impact sockets are absolutely awesome if you're looking to go that route. They have absolutely held up for me for a long, long freaking time. Longer than Henry is, because he's down here just snoozing. And honestly, I can say that they have been every bit as durable as my Mac sockets, my Snap-on sockets, so far my Cornwell. I've only been getting Cornwell stuff for about a year now, but I can honestly say that Sunex has definitely held up. They've definitely done what they were supposed to do. So, with that being said, the sidewalls in the Sunexes are even thinner, and they get into tight spaces. But for the most part, honestly, Sunex stuff, I don't like to. These are Taiwanese-made sockets. Let me see if I can. The broaching on them seems to be pretty decent. This has been used. They do have a deep cut in them for the whatever to get in for your nut to get down in there and keep the torque. You can see where this thing bites down in the sidewalls of the socket. You can see how they work. Honestly, if you look down in there. Let me get this flashlight. It's hard to get this hard to get the flashlight on the right spot, and you're looking in the camera. See where the bolt always hits the sides, which makes that a really good socket because it's doing its job and pulling from the sidewalls like it's supposed to. So that's my take on Sunex. Thought I had a crack started in there. I've only broken a few of their sockets, and I've not had any problems with warranty. I try to just avoid the wrenches. I'm just not really too thrilled about the wrenches. I've tried a couple of their pliers. Once again, okay. Sunex tools for me is the sockets are absolutely their powerhouse, and you can't go wrong with their sockets. And I think that's where I usually go to, and then I switch off. I buy a variety of tools from everything, but I do believe that Sunex makes good sockets. They are a good company, and they do have decent products. So, anyways, guys, enough of me babbling on about that stuff. So, I appreciate you watching. And I appreciate you stopping by. Just remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, ring that bell. And remember, keep your hands dirty and your money clean. Thanks for watching.